Hello everyone. Florida Investor here. I have another video. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. And if you guys remember, in a few videos ago, I did mention Lululemon, that they were going to report earnings. So basically, they did report earnings, and the stock tumbled roughly about 20%. And again, this is one of the things that it doesn't mean necessarily that the stock is or the company in general is doing bad, but like I mentioned before in a few videos ago, it's typical for investors to overreact in certain situations, especially in the fact that let's say that you got stocks that some forecaster says, well, we're estimating, again, estimating, nothing concrete, that they're estimating that let's say they're going to do $20 billion this quarter. And if for whatever reason it misses estimation, then the stock just plunges. And that's pretty much what has been happening for the past few years with many stocks, even solid stocks like Lululemon. I'm going to go over some information that is going to actually show you that basically it is, Lululemon is making tons of money. Let's put it that way. It's not. It's just a short-term drop and not long-term. Now, if we look at the max, or in other words, at the long life of the stock, you guys can see that Lululemon is up almost 2,000% since inception, since the stock was basically, or the company went public. So obviously, just because in other words, this is a temporary drop. Now, Lululemon, just to give you some information, basically, let's see, let me go over some information here. So is it a concern, or is it what about long term, etc.? Well, Lululemon is well positioned for long-term growth, supported by its strong global brand, innovation-led product strategy, and expanding international presence. So the company continues to gain market share in the premium activewear segment, driven by consumer loyalty, etc., etc. Now, their plans are basically to open 40 to 45 new stores in 2025. Okay. Now, I personally haven't done a ton of research on pricing and all that stuff on Lululemon, but Lululemon, I mean, let's face it, it has basically the reputation of not being cheap clothing. I mean, it's they have made a reputation, and they're not cheap. Let's put it that way. I mean, for all the ladies out there, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but this is basically one of the positive things about Lululemon why I'm not concerned. So despite the near-term margin pressure from tariffs, foreign exchange headwinds, and increased spending, Lululemon benefits from a healthy balance sheet with $1.3 billion in cash and no debt. Okay, so let that sink in, guys. You have a lot of companies. I mentioned before in a few videos, a company like Tesla, for example. Tesla was in debt for many, many years until eventually they paid off their debt and became profitable. Well, you have a company like Lululemon with a healthy balance sheet with $1.3 billion in cash and no debt. So obviously that is a very, very good sign that the company has strong fundamentals, strong balance sheet. In other words, they have money to not only battle the tariffs, but also potentially any problems in the future that may arise. Now, like I mentioned before, this will give it financial flexibility to continue investing in innovation, digital capabilities, and supply chain improvement. So again, it is in a position where there's no questions in my mind that it's going to continue to grow. I would do, again, this is not financial advice, but if I were you guys, do your own research just to play it safe, and make sure that, of course, it's again, you make an informed decision. Now, if we look at the 52-week low, is sitting at 226. 52-week high, 432. So obviously this stock, if you guys are interested in a, let's say, in a stock that is on sale, I mean, Lululemon is on sale. You're talking about it's sitting at 260, a lot closer to the 52-week lows than actually 52 weeks high. So it is down quite a bit, but it may be a potential opportunity for us to scoop up some shares or potential leaps in the call leaps if you guys are in the options game. But let's see here. So from Robinhood perspective and the trading trends, you guys can see that Robinhood retail investors like ourselves, you see that basically a lot of them are, the buying has been increasing, which is a good sign. See, our customers' buy volume percentage increased by 1%, which is not a lot, but that's just talking about for one day. So in general, in the past few weeks, it has gone up drastically. Now, from the hedge fund perspective, hedge funds also have been buying the stock. Now, a bit of a drop, of course, from Q4 of last year until Q1 or going into Q1 of this year. But you guys can see that it has started to increase the buying as well from hedge funds in general. And then from insiders' perspective, so people that are maybe work for the company, people that know about the stock, maybe are involved in the stock or the company in general, producing products, designing, etc. Also, they from around the month of April, they also increased their purchasing power, if you want to call it. As of 5 insiders bought a total 31,000 shares of Lulu in the last 3 months. Again, this is not investment advice, but these are all good signs, and especially from a strong company that they have a ton of cash sitting and they don't have no debt. So obviously, it's a good sign. I believe, this is just my opinion, I believe that this is a good buying opportunity. Based on the fundamentals and the fact that it's closer to 52-week to the 52-week low, it might be a good buying opportunity. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to bring this stock to you guys, to your attention. Do your own research, like I mentioned before, so that way you can obviously make an informed decision before purchasing any stocks. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos about the stock market, news, etc. Have a good day.